Have you noticed? Women are often complimented every day, beautiful, cute, attractive, but because they hear it so much, those words become normal, even cliche. I used to think that just complimenting me in the right way was enough to make an impression. But then I realized, if you want her to really remember you, to be moved by you, then your compliments must reach her, inside her, not just on the outside. There are compliments that are rarely said, but when you say them right, at the right time, in the right way, it will more than make her smile. It also makes her think about you for a long time afterward. And the interesting thing is, when you know how to use these compliments with sincerity and calmness, you won't need to try too hard to become attractive. You will be yourself and still makes her attracted to you in a very natural way. I realized this quite late. Compliments don't just have to be said to make an impression. There are words that sound really good, but they can easily slip away as if they never existed. Why? Because she's heard it too much. When you say you're so beautiful, you're not the first nor the last. It's not enough to make her miss you, at least not deeply. But there are compliments, when said at the right time, to the right person, with sincerity. It's like touching an area that few people have ever noticed. It makes her look up at you differently, not because you praise better than others, but because you really see a part of her that others have never seen. Women don't just want to be seen as pretty or cute. They want to feel that they have value, influence, and something that makes others remember them not only with their eyes, but also with their emotions. And the great thing is, you don't need to say too much. You just need to be sophisticated enough to choose the right things to praise that others ignore. When you do that, you're not just making an impression. Friend, cause vibration. And she will remember you not because you tried, but because you touched the deepest part of her. I want to share with you 5 compliments that I call taboo, not because they shouldn't be said, but because almost no one says them. They are profound, rare, and if you say them at the right time, you will touch a very personal part of her heart. The first is, you have a very special way of thinking. Don't give general compliments like, "You're so smart," but be more specific. When she shares an opinion, you can say, "I've never heard anyone look at it that way." This makes her feel truly heard and appreciated. Next are, "I admire the way you stay calm." When she talks about a difficult situation that she handled, don't ignore it. Look deeply into that bravery and speak out. Women are rarely praised for their composure and strength. If you realize that, you are different. One more word. You make the people around you better. It was no longer a compliment, but an acknowledgement. She will feel truly valuable, and you are the one who sees that. Or like, "You inspire me to be better." Not everyone is brave enough to say this, but if you feel it, say it. Not only will it move her, but it will also make her want to be closer to you. And finally, the strongest compliment, your presence changes the whole atmosphere. No one can ignore being told that because it doesn't compliment their appearance, but their temperament. And once you reach that point, you will stay in her mind for a long time. The most important thing when saying these compliments is to be sincere. Don't memorize and then repeat like a machine. Women are extremely observant. They may not be able to analyze rationally, but they always sense when you say something just to impress, instead of actually meaning it. And a compliment that doesn't come from sincerity, no matter how nice it sounds, won't touch their hearts. I've tried giving compliments like "on point," without really feeling it. And you know what happened. There is no connection at all, not because the compliment is wrong, but because the energy behind the words is not true. So instead of trying to think about what to compliment well, learn how, observe and feel carefully. Pay attention to the little things, how she talks to others, how she gets through a tiring day, how she encourages her friends. Those moments will show you what is truly worthy of praise. And when you speak, don't speak to get a response. Say it and then let it go. Don't expect her to compliment you back. There's no need for her to be moved immediately. Just know, I'm both honest and kind, and I see the beauty in that person. When you give the right compliment from a quiet and sincere place, the compliment is not just heard with the ears. It will be felt with your heart. And that's what makes you different. What makes a woman miss you is not that you say a lot of compliments, but you really see her. Not just her appearance, but her intelligence, her bravery, her kindness, or the way she feels, her kindness, or the way she affects the world around her. When you know how to use compliments gently, deeply, and sincerely, you will not only make her smile, you make her feel special. And that feeling will connect you to her in a very natural way. You don't need to be the perfect man. You just need to be sophisticated enough to see the beautiful things that others often overlook. And if you do it from a truly respectful heart, you will leave your mark not because you tried, but because you are who you are. And that's the most attractive thing